Yeah, and welcome to game 2 in this upper bracket match between RSG and Neon Esports. We are in the Southeast Asian qualifiers for regional qualifiers for TI11. RSG have taken game 1. Neon Esports will have to fight back if they want to stay in this upper bracket. And the picks are coming out thick and fast right now. Is this speed drafting? I don't think I've seen the first. I mean, we just keep going. So we got Marcy, Phoenix, Ember, TA, all banned, Enigma, Death Prophet, Beastmaster banned out as well. Fourth ban coming soon. Earthshaker and Batrider being picked up for RSG. Chen and Puck for Neon Esports. So Puck, lots of mid lane control with the Quill, but Chen has been grabbed from Neon. Chen has been very, very strong. Just group up around that timing between Mech and Hand of God. And you have the early lane pressure from the creeps. So super valuable, the Chen early in this draft, and really lets you shape the rest of your draft around how you want to play, and helps secure your lane. Whichever lane you send that Chen to, they're going to be super secure, and help them off to get to a good start. So it looks like the teams have taken a breath after banning 8 heroes and picking 4, all in the space of about 40 seconds. Third bans for this second phase are coming out. So Phoenix being taken out. And maybe I don't imagine why you'd have a first phase Phoenix ban. That's quite unusual actually, and does allow through like heroes like the Batrider and the Earthshaker when you first phase that Phoenix. But RSG taking out the Viper might indicate they want to pick a Bristleback. Yeah, if Bristleback is left in the pool here, it's perfectly acceptable in their draft. And the snap pick, it's the Void again. So Void straight away coming out. They don't have as much damage so far for the Chrono. Snapfire hasn't been picked. It's still in the pool, so Neon Esports, if they don't pick it, RSG might just grab it again. I mean, Earthshaker probably wants to be the POS 4, but you can run a 5 Snapfire if you still want this combo with the Faceless Void. Nightstalker taken out, so vision superiority with the Beastmaster and Nightstalker removed. If you pick a Batrider, you don't want them to see that Batrider coming. Doom taken from Neon, so happy with that pick, and it's the Clockwork. So wanting to be able to get in there and disrupt. It'll be a 3 Doom, 4 Clockwork, 5 Chen, and a mid Puck. Looking for their safe lane to last, so that's where the bans will come from for RSG. RSG, on the other hand, have got their 1, most likely their mid. And their 4 or 5 in the Earthshaker. They're probably picking their other sport up now, RSG, and leave their mid or their off lane till last, depending if this is a mid or off lane bat.
Radiant team back.
Angolier, so give themselves a little bit of flexibility at the moment with where they put the bat and the Pango. Could be a mid bat, could be a mid Pango. Certainly not going to be a mid Faceless Void, so a bit of flexibility there from RSG, just keeping Neon Esports guessing for the time being.
10 seconds remaining.
But with the last picks coming out, it certainly looks like it'll be a support pick for RSG. But the Chrono damage is a little lacking.
Dire team back.
Snapfire still banned. Yeah, I mean, it made it through. Snapfire and Scarth Maze have gone, you guys need damage for the Chrono. Neon have identified this. It's an easy bans for them. Bloodseeker is taken out after you pick the Pangolier, of course. RSG, the Chrono is not looking as powerful this game. Morphling removed as that last ban. So what are they going to go for here? Do they want something that can try and survive the Chrono? Or do they want something that can play a little bit quickly around the map? Oh, excuse me. A little bit quickly around the map and try and play between cooldowns.
10 seconds remaining.
Something with low cooldowns, PA is still available. Terrorblade doesn't really match up, although they can struggle to have damage in the Chrono to kill a Terrorblade. Really just the Faceless Void doing it. Earthshaker, I guess, can lock down once the Chrono expires, but it's very hard to get that timing perfect if you've already used the Fissure. before a BKB might come out on the Chrono core, particularly as a Terrorblade, you know, BKB Sunder. But Juggernaut is quite a classic counter pick to the Faceless Void. Can get the damage done in the duration of a leap in, particularly with a puck control or a Doom ulti coming through onto the Faceless Void. You want someone who can burst him very, very quickly. And it's a Slark. It's a bit of a sketchy Slark game. I'm going to call it off the bat. I mean, Chronosphere, Roll, Swashbuckle, Shield Crash, Time Dilation, Sticky Napalm, Firefly, Flame Break, Fissure, Echo Slam, Aftershocks. They all go through the ultimate of Slarks. So Slark will not really find that much joy in his ulti this game. Particularly if he's getting low to being bursted and tries to get that ulti off to survive. There is so much damage that can come through him even once he's popped that ulti. Even with a shard, with the depth shroud trying to provide a little bit extra, I think it's very, very dangerous. Yeah, I'm very scared for this last pick, Slark. Whatever the last pick is now from RSG, I think that last pick from Neon needed to be something that could either survive a chrono or play reasonably quickly. I mean, Slark can play quickly, but not really against these heroes. Even a Fissure will just break the damage coming out. So RSG with their last pick now. It's the AAs. They want a little bit of counter heal. Very good against Slark. I mean, Slark is going to have an absolutely terrible game. There are so many spells that go through the ulti. He's just not safe. He may as well not even ultimate the Slark. There is almost every spell from every hero on the side of RSG just does not care. Doesn't care. He's going to be relying a lot from the space being made from Playhard on this Clockwork, and Rue getting off a pretty choice Doom. Going to have to find it either on the Pango before he rolls or on the Faceless Void prior to Chrono. Batrider's going to be ready to jump in and either grab this Chen to stop the heals coming out. If you can burst the Chen off the bat, that'd be a pretty good start for the fights for RSG as well.
This guy has no chill, man.
So I'm certainly favoring RSG's draft. I think coming out, particularly with the last pick AA, does offer some extra damage in the Chrono. They were lacking some Chrono damage. We know that Neon banned out the Skyrath Mage and the Snapfire, but AA is probably the next best one in terms of just amping up what's going on inside that Chronosphere. Pangolier is not bad. You can get the Swashbuckle into the Chrono to try and burst down the heroes you have in there, and you can follow up with the Earthshaker. So all in all, the Chrono, yes, not the be-all and end-all spell this game in terms of damage coming in, but it's certainly going to set up for other abilities being cast not long after. So heading into this game too, NeonEsports, they are on the door of going into the lower bracket. They have to perform here. They have to pull one out of the bag. Try and get something done with this Puck and Chen. Chen has to secure the early game for Slark. Everything has to go perfectly. And even then, it still might not end up too well. So Smoke coming out from the side of RSG first to get a little bit of vision down first. Oh, nice little pause. Will give us a chance to get our predictions up. Nice magic with pure damage. Let's go there. So, early pause. Both teams heading out under the cover of smokes. Gotta try and get those battle pass points with those predictions. FPS drop it looks like, so just a reconnection here. And it looks like we're ready to go again. The avatar mod leading the way doesn't have the ward on him. Actually, where are the wards? Playhard actually has both obs on Playhard. No sentries, both on Chen. Roger does get one down early under the cover of the smoke. Won't be spotted out. Their secondary ward... They have planted up in their own jungle on this ramp. Quite an unusual ward level 1. And otherwise, wood gets planted down here by Playhard. I think it might actually been even scouted out. Neon moving forward. C with Playhard. Fortune Soul around.
30 seconds to battle.
They're just retreating back up their hill. And RSG doesn't look like we're going to have any level 1 engagements at the moment. Maybe in this top river. 12 seconds on the spawn. Huck's pretty decent level 1 if you can get a multi-hero illusionary orb. In comes with the flamed Scorched Earth and forcing him back. Playhard will make MKS jump away, but won't really be any damage done early. And 3 bounties over the Neon. So in the mid lane will be Avatar Mod on the puck, playing up against Exelern on this Batrider in the safe lane. Fortune Soul on the POS 1 Slark, being supported by C on the Chen. Be laning against X1 on the Pangolier and Roger on this Earthshaker. In the top lane, MKS once again on the Faceless Void, supported by Zarbonbon. And he's in trouble. We'll have to jump away again. Playhard is laning against them with the 4 Clockwork and Enru on the 3 Doom. So Batrider likes to have decent engagements against melee cores in this mid lane. Puck really shouldn't have that many issues against the Bat. Has obviously the mobility spells to get away if Bat does commit underneath. And has the phase shift to try and dodge that damage from the flame break. So C looking to secure the early game for Fortune Soul. X1 with the damage reduction, just jumping in, trying to secure a couple of last hits. And Courier is going down. Roger actually grabbing 2 with these boots first. We'll grab both Couriers, so no regen coming out for early. And they block him in. Fortune Soul is trying to chop his way around, but he won't have enough. Fissure will slowly expire. But good damage on this level 1 Slark to try and fight back a little bit the Essence shift, but not enough for the time being. Level 1 in the Cold Feet and Chilling Touch Zarbonbon for the time being. Wants to be able to try and harass back this clock. We'll be interested to see what build he goes for if he maxes out the Ice Vortex. Generally the spell you want maxed out first, although with the Chrono, maybe the Cold Feet isn't too bad to get that additional lockdown after the Chronosphere ends. Mid lane, Exelern has got the bottle. Avatar Mod not actually with it yet. 11-2 to 9-1. We forced to just go grab the water rune without that bottle ready. Top lane. Play hard. Trying to get on top of Zarbonbon, but no level in the power cogs yet. Has got the point if he wants to level it up, but just holding off for the time being. No first blood yet in any of the lanes. Team's showing a little bit of restraint. I mean, 2 couriers died. That's somewhat of a first blood, but not really a whole lot. Harpy. C's got hold of one. Time dilation in the top lane. Trying to get... No bashes. No level 2 yet. Can't really trade up against a Doom. MKS when you have no possibility of a bash. He's just going to swing that big sword of his and make you pay the price. Try and get a little bit of harass damage through. And Rue will pop the Scorched Earth. Play hard. Going in on this top lane. First blood does go down. Actually, Puck dies. Does get dove under the tower. Not be able to get away with the orb. Top lane, they're still going in. 2-man time dilation. And top lane was somewhat stabilized. Excellent. Has the bottle ready to get the next runes as well. So he's sitting pretty on this mid lane against the Puck, who certainly didn't expect to die at this early stage. Grabbing the courier. Play hard. Doesn't have the cogs, so won't actually be able to secure the damage through. In fact, they're going to turn around with level on the bash now. Play hard. We'll get bashed up. Won't get the follow through damage. Fortune Soul has the boots, so can start to force X1 a little bit. Mid lane, up on the high ground, Roger. Let's get a little bit of damage onto C, but this is not really the trade you want to take. With the Harpy in the area, there's no way Roger can face this this Chen. Level in Penitence as well, so can really punish if he oversteps. Level 2 in the Chilling Touch, so Xiao Bonbon really committing for the lane in this top lane, helping his Void out. Wants to have the additional Chilling Touch, just spamming it out, forcing the regen to come. Early Bracer on Enru with the Magic Wand ready. MKS working towards Treads. Has some efficient stats to begin with. Gotta watch this mid lane. He misuses the orb. Puck can go down. Fortune Soul working towards that level 6. Wants to get it as soon as possible. That Shadow Dance, get the regen, so saves a little bit of money. But Pengo, as he levels up, will start to provide a little bit more harass on him in this bottom lane. Moving into the mid lane, when we see sixes come online, you know, Coil has some really nice potential in the side lanes. You know, particularly for the Slark, enable him to maybe get a kill and start scaling up, get some stolen agi and permanent agi to scale in this mid game. Does work well with the going in there with the clockwork, just ensuring that damage from the battery assault. So level 6 is going to be pretty good, pretty big for Avatar mod, and excellent similarly with the lasso. Might be able to make a rotation and help out one of these side lanes. The meta at the moment's been sort of the story of which middle goes first. So who blinks first? Who wants to make the rotation? Who wants to stay on the mid lane and keep getting value out of the wave? And we've seen it be advantageous both ways. Based on Roger, he's sort of running through. No level yet in the Aftershock, so the Enchant Totem, not really very useful at this point. Play hard, does see that Bonbon. He's in trouble, and Rue's in the area as well, and that's probably going to be his death. No Scorched Earth. He's running away. 330 to 330. I don't think he can run. Slark does actually go down while we're watching this chase. He grabs the rune and gets away. On the bottom lane, that was the role committed, and Slark wasn't yet level 6 and just dies. Now Bonbon, he stayed around this time a little too long. Scorched Earth coming out. You don't think he's going to live with the flare and the last right click. The AA will go down. There you go. Caught the first. I've caught 1 out of 3 so far. I'll get better as the game goes on.
Dire are scanning.
Some stacks here already. Not ancients, just the hard camp. Top lane. There is Doom available. Only 5 on MKS. I think they want to commit maybe. He needs to have the Scorched Earth mana as well. No Mango, so it's hard. The Doom itself probably won't be enough. Mid lane. Avatar mod being surrounded. Will get himself back though. Really just the mana holding them back in this top lane at the moment. And I think MKS is well aware that, you know, there is the mana lacking to get the kill. There's Batrider. Excellent. Catching another one. It's around the map so quickly. He's going to chase. But with Firefly running out, might be Play Hard who's caught in the middle. Quill does come onto 3. Grabbing up the Arcane Rune. He won't be able to get it away. And Puck will have to be careful to make sure he gets out and doesn't commit in too hard on getting a turnaround kill. Gay Scott Beasy, welcome on into the stream. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy your time. We are currently casting the Southeast Asian qualifiers for TI11. This is game 2 between RSG and NeonEsports. And RSG taking game 1 and looking pretty good in game 2, honestly. And their draft is certainly, I would say, a win. I think the early game had to go really well for Neon for it to this game to end well. Doom comes out on the top lane. Play hard, trying to get in range. Doesn't have the cogs yet, but maybe just a fissure will be enough to save the Void. Doom slowly running out. I don't think it'd be enough damage. Excellence coming over to make the rotation. Faceless Void, he's living. He has a chrono if he wants to go back in. Excellent, no lasso for 41, and that's Doom down. So very happy with that. RSG, no kill, Doom committed, and still alone. He's going in, but no way to cancel. The TP out, and Puck will be just fine. Play hard, trying to get onto Roger. They can't quite get the catch with the boots. 380 movement speed. He's actually pretty speedy on this Earthshaker. Will just walk himself away. I have to say, not getting the cogs on this Clockwork has been a sort of cost him a kill on a couple of occasions, but probably only once or twice. Fissure block coming out. Will there be the bashes? Level 7. It's only level 1 in bash, and Rui's slowed down. He's trying to make his way along the fissure. It will expire. Jump in. Are there any rotations coming to help Enru? There isn't. They will be forced back. And not too far though. Has got ways to sends out some regen. Will be perfectly fine in this top lane. All towers are currently still standing. Fortune Soul level 8 on this bottom lane with the Falcon Blade. Is at the top of the net worth chart and really needs to be, but needs to be quite a long way up. My goodness, I'm having a shocking game. He just dies underneath the tier 2. Oh yeah, sure. Sure. MKS trying to get onto Enru. Wants the bash. Could be a turnaround. He's got no mana. No stick charges either. Avatar mod killing. X1. MKS will look like he's going to go down this top lane with the battery soul and the flare coming out. The last right click will do it. Roger won't have enough to get turnaround kill on Enru.
It's killing time.
Ice Blast being thrown top. Let's follow its journey. It's going to be a big one. Here it comes, coming in on top, gonna hit on 2, and Rue's gonna be low. Play hard. There can be a little more damage. He will pop from the shatter, and with the flame break, it might be enough tick. Last tick, not quite. Excellent though. He's committing hard. He's got the boots of travel. Oh, not quite enough. RSG really punishing and setting up wonderfully with that Ice Blast on the top lane. Chronosphere still available. And Pangolier has the roll too, so ultis all round for RSG. Avatar mod has the coil, but not really much to follow up. Like, if you look at the damage that's coming out when this coil goes down, they haven't really drafted high damage. The Chen isn't going to be bringing the damage. Clockwork, not really much either. Silence onto the Void, but the Time Lock comes out, and the Chrono. Will there be enough damage from Exilone? I think he will have it. Play hard. 3 sticky napalm stacks. We'll be able to hook away. Nice little play there, but the roll, they're committing under this tier 1 tower. They're coming on through. The Sentinel Conqueror gets stunned up. Play hard. He's got the 4 stacks. He's very slow and dies in the trees next to his tier 1. There's no safety here. And already RSG look dominant in this early game. Puck not even getting the coil off in that fight. Working towards the Witchblade, but will it be enough? Certainly looking like it probably won't be. Mech available. No Hand of God yet on C. Maybe they can make a play. This is what they're really all in on at the moment. On this mech and the Hand of God. If they can gather up, get around, get a good coil, maybe follow up with a Doom, and just heal through the incoming damage with the Hand of God and the mech. That's really it. That's their only option on Neon at the moment. Remember, there is an Ancient Apparition, so get that Ice Blast off on a couple of good targets and there'll be no heals coming through. Play hard. has the completed Urn of Shadows. They're looking, trying to get a catch. It's only Roger up the top here, though. It's just a support. He's just trying to soak level 6. So this is a huge rotation just for a support. You know, RSG, they're happy with this. And he's just going to try and buy enough time. They know where he is. TPs are coming out, though. Void is here. And here's the Rolling Thunder catching on 2. Ice Blast coming through does not connect. Doom onto the Faceless Void. We'll be able to walk it off. Quill onto the Pengo. Maybe this is backfiring. Slark's arrived and the Pengo goes down along with the Earthshaker. Doom will be used. There's a silence, penitence, and it's enough. Gets the kill on Faceless Void, and RSG, they didn't bring their Batrider to this top lane. May have been enough to get an initial kill, but Neon, they brought all 5, and with that will secure the tier 1 tower. And they needed that to get back into this game. They're 3k net worth lead now. They are outdrafted this game. So they're going to need it. Roger, he's still trying to get the level 6. Every time he goes to a lane, the side of Neon just turn up and say, no, no. No, no. No, no, Roger. Sorry, yeah, no, Roger. You're not getting that one. Bonbon working towards a shard, makes this hero a hero, upgrades the Ice Vortex. Well, on top, but they look at all the damage. It's coming through onto Fortune Soul. He's not going to heal up. The roll, they're committing it. They know they hit him with the AA. There's no heals. Out comes the Diffusal Blade, and he's jumping back up onto the high ground. He does need a little bit more damage to pop, and there it is. Roger coming through with the fissure. And as we called out in the draft, this Slark is going to have a rough game into the AA. The damage will be there. AA will fall to the Clockwork and the Puck down into the mid river. There's a Quill catching onto the Pangolier. But Batrider's here. He does a lot of damage. Trying to get the damage through. They will get the burst before the TP comes out. Puck, Avatar mod, is slowed down. Chrono committed. And RSG, they're making him really get punished for this movement. And great rotation from the Void coming in to get the final damage onto that Puck. Excellent, close to BKB, moving into it now. Has the Yoga Club to begin with. And I was saying, as we called out in the draft, this Slark, all the damage of RSG just goes straight through the ulti. They don't care at all. They hang around a little too long. Doom is ready in 7. No blink just yet. MKS will get away, but maybe it's the Clockwork who's I mean, he just turned up and he's overstayed his welcome already. There's Stacks. Oh, Exilone, he spots it out. He says, yes, please. Roll comes through, catching onto the Doom. Ice Blast follow-up. It's gonna be enough. With the follow-up, Shard, additional stun damage. And RSG are just mowing down Neon at the moment. Fortune Soul, he needs so much more this game. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter. He wants to be able to kite around with the large jumps. Risky Reckless 88, thanks for the follow. Welcome into the cast. End of the stream. Bottom lane, fight is kicking off. Play hard is in. But it's the Puck who's being caught. And once again, RSG punishing with the turnarounds. Exilone hitting the damage, and he's going to cut this bottom lane. Damage will come into this bottom tower. In fact, it's 3rd HP. Thought it might get... Creeps might probably do the work here with X1 as well. Risky Reckless 88. Thank you for coming in, and I hope you hang around and enjoy the cast. Enru has got a BKB ready. So he has no fear at the moment, probably except from a Chronosphere. It's hard to see these heals having much of an effect with the amount of damage and the AA on the opposition side here from RSG. Blink Dagger being worked in on X1. MKS close to a BKB himself as well, probably another 5 minutes or so. So it's going to be strong BKB timing for the side of RSG. On the opposing side, Slark, no BKB for him. He's just going to die. I don't see a situation where Fortune Soul survives in these fights. Chen walking through C.
My thrift reward.
He is spotted out. There's vision. He's catching. X1, he's queuing it up. Doesn't have the blink dagger yet to initiate, but could jump over the cliff. We'll decide just to hold it. Four staff being queued up on the Earthshaker. Roger wants a little more mobility. He's trying to get the stun. Doesn't quite catch it. Probably would have been a kill, actually. They were going to follow through with the Echo Slam and the Ice Blast. That would have been a little cheeky kill on Avatar mod. He would have felt pretty dirty being killed by the two supports, but he does just blink out in time. Smoke on Neon. Quill catching over onto X1. He will just start the roll and say, you want to commit, Quill? I'm just going to go in. And Rui has a BKB, but he's currently stun locked. Hook coming through on the back line. Echo Slam committed and play hard. Hand of God, he is jet backing away. Avatar mod in with the damage. No Quill obviously used on the side. Fortune Soul does get the stack. Comes in, grabs that permanent agility. He's got 2 now. And it's still not going to be a BKB next. And the blast, the roll, the chrono, all of Earthshaker, pretty much all of Batrider's spells, they all hit Slark through his ulti. There's no protection there for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Excellent, has the BKB. 9 second, it's fresh. It's a fresh BKB. There's a smoke. No blink yet on Enru. Play hard, just relying on the hook to get in, and hopefully the Doom can pick up in time. There it is. There's the blink. It's just been delivered. So blink is ready with the War Stomp. It's a strong timing for the Doom. Blink BKB with the War Stomp and Doom available. They want to try and find somebody, but side of RSG, they're smoked up themselves. In fact, they're coming to take the fight. Excellent. He has his own BKB. If he can find the jump onto anyone, they will pretty much die. It looks like Chen with the Ice Blast coming through. The heals are not helping you today, sir. And the Holy Knight goes down. Link, they get the lasso onto Puck. Roger, he'll have the follow-up, but the phase shift comes out in time. Fissure doesn't connect either. He's actually onto the back line with the 2-man coil. Rocket Flare gets the damage. It's a Doom over onto the Void. He's just going to be dead. Hookshot coming in, catching onto Roger. He doesn't have the Echo, and he will probably just go down here. Neon, that sort of maneuvering roll coming through. X1, he wants to get some work done onto this Clockwork. He will get a kill with the assistance of Exilone around as well, but no Doom available. BKB will be wearing down. Mana is getting short on X1. Clear out the creep. And they will just back up, continue farming, and both teams will have to take what they get from that engagement. Enru working towards the Shiva's Guard for the time being. Wants to negate some of the healing himself. X1, close to a Lincoln Sphere. Wants to not be doomed, maybe even catch the Doom on a Faceless Void, just help out the Faceless Void. Blinks in, onto C, he showed, he denied that Arcane Rune, but to turn around with the Blink Stomp, BKB from Excellent, he'll walk it off. Hookshot doesn't quite connect. Coil being held, maybe they could go back in. BKB is going to expire here in a moment, but the Blink Echo is up. MKS, he's smoked, no BKB yet. They're looking for that Chronosphere. They ping out the Roche actually, this is pretty game. Is there vision seeing this? I guess there's no vision, but play hard. He has a flare, and he's gonna come out. They see him up there, and they get this Clockwork before assistance comes over. The reinforcements, it's on its way. Fortune Soul, he leaps in, catches the catch. There's a Chrono on top. Ice Blast, the Slark. The heals are not going to do anything. Follow-up stun, and Slark is down. BKB from Onuru. They get the kill onto Faceless Void. Echo, blink in onto the Puck, and he will fall. 3 dead for the side of Neon, and they are running further and further away. They do get the lasso actually follow up onto Andrew as well. The Doom. Hooks. Centaur, stop, but it won't be enough. The question is, can they take Roche? with the 5-man dead, and I don't think they can. Godlike, actually, on Exelern. Yeah, Roshan will have to wait for another day. They do need the Faceless Void alive, MKS, to do that. Exelern will keep farming, working towards the Ether Lens, wants to have an additional cast range on the Flaming Lasso in particular.
Radiant's top tower is under
Play
attack.
hard. He's trying to get towards this Spirit Vessel. It's going to be a very late Spirit Vessel by the time he gets there. In fact, part of me wonders if he would just switch that up for another item. Top lane, Slark does get the leash, but the roll-up will just save X1. It's such an effective counter. But the Aghanim Scepter does give the charges on the pounce and the restore charge time. And, of course, the range on the pounce does get to go a long way with that jump. 4-man smoke. X1 actually breaks it and blinks out. It's pretty shame, but Enru's still going in. Does try and get through. Silence comes out. Doom will be committed, and the Pango will easily go down in the mid lane. Actually, up top, BKB's been used by MKS. Hook shot in, over, onto Roger, and he'll die inside the cogs. MKS trying to punish Play Hard. The time dilation has come out. He's under the tier 2 tower, being thrown back with the flame break. DD actually on Exelern. He's trying to get this damage from long range, finish off the clockwork, but he will manage to fly himself away with that jetpack and get back. Oh, he catches. Will be enough. He's ticking. He's ticking down. He does die. The Shatter's there. He's actually got quite a lot of HP, so the Shatter range is 13% on that level 2. Yeah, so with over 2,000 HP, you know, around that 250 health was going to be the Shatter, and Zhao Bonbon snipes him out across the map. A nice little kill there. The Clockwork doesn't get away with that aggressive move. Moving through, coming up to 25 minutes, or just past 25 minutes in this game. Into the Roche Pit. Go RSG. They have all their ultimates ready. Doom is not up for 60 seconds. They know the timing. This is a good fight for them. As long as MKS doesn't get bursted, he has the BKB ready. The flare's in the pit. They know what's happening. The creep is being sent in, but the ice, the shards are on the deck with the scepter, with the shard upgrade. In they go. BKBs are committed. MKS will take it just to be safe and walk theirself away. That BKB may look a little bit early, but certainly was needed. You know, if he gets stunned by the Clockwork there, or the Doom Blink War Stomp, he can just die very, very quickly, the Void. So BKB is just to commit, making sure he doesn't get caught off and be another disaster if he dies in the pit there. So they will have to wait for the BKB timing once again. It's down to 7 seconds now, so it's not too much of a loss. Only have 1 more second of extra duration on the next cast, but then it'll be down to the 6. Play Hard, constantly just throwing the rocket flares right across the map, trying to get a little bit of vision. 1k lead now to RSG. You can see they've wrestled it back, and as the draft comes online for RSG, I feel nothing but fear for the side of Neon. You know, I want him to try and take it to this game 3, but the Slark's game is terrifying. Is he going at BKB? He's going to BKB next. So he's held off as long as he possibly can on this BKB. Did go for the 70 Dark Pact damage and Dark Pact cooldown, knowing that it's going to be dispelling a lot of abilities this game with that strong dispel on the Dark Pact. Makes it a 5-second cooldown, so pretty powerful, but will it be enough? I have to wonder. TPs, they're coming in, they want to fight, and Rue gets in with the stomp. Lasso comes out, actually, and the Doom will go down before the BKB comes off. They've caught Roger on the side, but who's caught who? Actually, it's the Clockwork, who bit off a little more than he can chew. He gets the kill, but Avatar Mod, he's in the backline. Croc on the Aeon disc, but the Chrono comes down. They will try and have the follow-up damage. I think he will live. Phase Shift comes out. Slark is in the middle of the fight. Still has his ultimate. Silence. Onto the Pango. Not be able to get out. Back. Here comes MKS, but Shard jumps away. That Rider is already running down to the south. On the hunt is Fortune Soul. He wants to find a little more. I wonder if a nullifier will be queued up for MKS. Now, it's another Lincoln's. Lincolns are better when together. What you have to remember about a Lincoln Sphere. One Lincoln Sphere in a game doesn't really do much. It's easy to proc one Lincoln Sphere. But if everybody has a Lincoln's, all of a sudden, getting a single spell through becomes really, really difficult because you can cast your Lincolns on your allies, double them up to make sure they have multiple ways to cancel that Doom coming through. And if you look at the side of Neon, after we just have a look at the recap on that fight, 4 dead, the 2 of Neon, obviously the Aegis being expended. There's not really other ways to get that Lincoln's down. And for a way in, Enru hanging off to the side. Echo's actually committed and misses. Out comes the Doom onto Faceless Void. He just deads. Coil on 2 on the back line. It's a disaster for RSG. Actually, they want more. X1 TP's in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Roll. He's thinking about it. I don't think it's a good idea. It's 2v5 at the moment. Oh, the Echo was so close to catching. Stomp. X1, there's a lasso underneath the base. Roll's going to come out. They probably will catch this Doom. Won't manage to get out with the BKB on cooldown. So they do get something. But when you miss the Echo like that, and really it was they saw each other pretty much at the same time. Echo came out, but at the exact same tick, the Doom blinks across and war stomps onto the Void, and that was the fight right then and there. 2 Flame Break charges are available now on Exilearn. A little bit more burst, but also just more likely able to move opponents around, get them where you want them to go. In fact, you'd even Flame Break someone into a Chronosphere. Fairly niche interaction, but who knows? We could see it this game. Faceless Void needs that Lincoln Sphere. They need more of them. Doesn't have enough damage yet himself either. Wants to get towards that 120 attack speed during Chronosphere, and then he can start to burst them through. The other issue at the moment on the puck is the Aeon Disc. Nullifiers aren't coming out just yet. Puck with the Aeon Disc and Edellen's working to get into the full Octarine, so wants to have that cooldown reduction, wants to be very jumpy in the fights, but also be able to cast his spells from a little bit further away and be safe. Play hard. He's almost got it. He's going to go over and buy it now. There's the Spirit Vessel. It's complete with 3 charges. He stayed at it. He hung in play hard, and now he's got that additional damage or heal coming out from that Spirit Vessel. Percentage base, and there's the 4-man smoke. See in the back, has the heals ready to rock and roll. Oil plus Doom in 8. There's not yet a Lincoln's on the Faceless Void. Octarine on the Batrider though. They're moving through. The pings are coming out top. Jetpack to try and get some vision. They won't see anyone. Other TP is going to come from MKS. He has a ward on the high ground to protect himself. Zao Bonbon is hanging out here as well. Are they actually looking for a catch themselves? Oh, this is a little bit sneaky. They want to go in. Chrono, ulti on top. Ice Blast with the amped up damage. I think it's enough with the Fissure coming through. And Rue, he pops the BKB. They get the lasso on the side. Clockwork play hard has been caught. And it's the jump from RSG on the side lane. And Rue has managed to TP out. Puck escapes down the river. And what an assassination in this top lane. MKS, the Glimmer actually came out. That was so clutch. Glimmer came out so he could walk in range of the Chronosphere. He knew that if he time walked out, then the Slark might have a chance to get off the BKB, get off the Shadow Dance. And if that happened, he wasn't going to die. So Glimmer caping out, that was just I'm really impressed with that little play. Just not leaving anything to chance from RSG. Making sure that Slark dies off the bat. And with the Ice Blast on top, and all the damage from AA is not to be scoffed at. You get the Ice Vortex, additional 25% magic damage, get a Cold Feet, plus a Chilling Touch in there. Of course, with the Ice Blast itself, the Vortex, plus the Blast. It's a lot of damage. It even has a Vambrace, 6% Spell Amp. 40 cold feet damage per second. It's a lot. Minus 2 second Ice Vortex. I think AA is one of my sleeper heroes. I think he's one of the stronger heroes that doesn't really ever get used. Ice Blast moving bottom, but no one here. Trying to set up. You never know. Puck was in the area. The follow-up from Roger may have just been enough. Neon look like they're wanting to smoke as they hang around in the mid lane. Level 20 on the Slark. +1 agility gain or stolen per Essence stack. Wants to take the long fights. And on this top lane again, MKS and Zhao Bonbon, they're hanging out there again. Ice Blast ready in 12. Chrono in 24. I mean, fool you once. Shame on you. Maybe fool them twice in this top lane. Setting up again. Smoke comes out. It's a 3-man, but a 5-man smoke from Neon. Enru has the Aghanim Scepter, the self-cast. I wonder if he was going to catch. Actually, hook shot in the middle. Self-doom. Forces out the Batrider, but he's doomed up. Double force gets the BKB off. He's trying to walk away. There's a Pengo roll coming through in the middle of the fight, trying to control up this Doom. BKB is put onto the Faceless Void. He's trying to hit through Enru. The Doom doesn't spike. And it's a 2-man Chrono. They catch the puck in the backline as well. Aeon Disc does proc Roger with the stun control. But now Fortune Soul, it's his turn. He's in with the BKB and the Shadow Dance. He's trying to get on top of this Faceless Void MKS, but the Force Staffs, they come again. The Bashers, he's on top of them. AA trying to heal with the Glimmer Cape. Trying to stay alive as long as he can. The Echo does whiff. Stun coming up. Dispel off from the Dark Pack. X1, he's trying to catch him. He jumps over the waterfall and to the other side of the trees. Avatar mod, he wants to keep fighting. He comes in. He does dodge the spells. Chasing over onto Roger. Xiaowan's there. Actually, Fissure misses. Disarm. Buyback from the bat. Wants to TP back into the fight. They're chasing through. Here's Exilern. Do they have any way to bash through? There is the bash from MKS. Puck, he's caught up in here with no way to TP home and no way to escape either. So, as the dust settles, we're still less than a 1k net worth lead to RSG. 4 dead on the side of Neon, but there was the buyback from Batrider. MKS managed to keep himself alive. In fact, Fortune Soul needs to be careful. He's just sort of walking forward here with the gem. They want to take a fight immediately. Again, roll is ready. The air blast is up. Hook comes out. They want to get the lockdown. Z1's in, and MKS should be able to try and walk away. Ice Blast comes through. Does catch over onto Slark. They know it as well. They're trying to get the damage. They're following up. He's not healing. They get the fire damage through, and Slark goes down. Back in the ramp of death. Exilern cleaning up. And it's 4 men dead for Neon. They go into the Roach Pit. They say, yes, please. I'll take the shard. Who wants it? Bags. Dibs. Dibs says maybe the Batrider. Who hasn't got one? Most of them have the shard. Zhao Bonbon. Maybe the Earthshake. Is it just the bat? Yeah, so this shard will be going to the Batrider. Sticky Napalm. Flaming Lasso no longer disarms you. Every other attack applies a stack of Sticky Napalm. Okay. Cool shard upgrade for the bat. We'll get that one. Rarely we'd see this shard upgrade for the bat, so pretty good for him. But excellent fight taken from RSG, and it felt a little desperate from Neon. Now the Chrono is back available again. That Bonbon has the level 3 Ice Blast. No mucking around now. 14% shatter threshold, 12-second duration, 32 tick damage per second. They're in on the Chen with the lasso, removing the heals immediately from the fight. He does have a buyback if necessary. Slark spawning in 10, but they're onto the high ground. MKS wants to get the job done. We'll try and get off the time dilation. He will. Doom is ready. Oil as well. All the ultis for both teams, apart from the lasso, are queued up and ready to be used. Flare will come out, catching them on vision as they retreat. But is this a bit of a fake back? With the Chrono ready, they're probably quite happy to take a fight. X1. How good we did see use in the last fight. Actually, the Aghanim Scepter. So the extra swashbuckles coming out from the shield crash. And it's a Hex being queued up. In comes the roll. They're going to go for it. They're catching on a tryhard. It might just be a clockwork kill if they don't want to continue the fight. Ice Blast coming through, will connect, and that play hard clock will go down. So that's a Rolling Thunder committed with the Ice Blast. But Ice Blast up in 27, Rolling Thunder in 50. Not that long a cooldown, really. MKS has a DD rune. He goes in and he's hitting this tower. It isn't standing very long now. Glyph comes out. He's thinking about the Chrono. I mean, if the Chrono's right there, I think the Slark just died. In comes the AoE Doom. He does have the second life when he respawns. BKB hits over onto the Doom. They pull him out and in the fight. He's actually dooming up the entire team at the moment. Roger has to 4-star away. Out comes the Ice Blast. And MKS is alive. Gets out the Chrono. Onto the Doom, will die, buyback from the Earthshaker. Roger, he has an Echo Blink available. Fortune Soul wants to have a long fight, leaps in, but can he trade up against MKS? BKB is pos. He comes back in. Where's this Earthshaker? He's hanging off to the side. Roger, he's itching. He's got an Echo Slam ready to use. Roll is once again available. No buyback on AA. And showing in the mid lane. Avatar Mod. We'll just clear it out with that magical burst damage build he's going in for. Aeon Disc is on cooldown for 55 seconds. It's at its max duration now. 165. Aeon Disc being queued up for Doom as well. They just want to survive the Chrono. They want everyone to have Aeon Disc. Basher on Slark. He wants to be able to hit. As long as he doesn't get Chronoed. Probably will be able to get some work done in the backlines post-Chrono. Haste Rune for Exilern. Hasn't scouted anyone out. Roll being pump faked on this bottom or top lane. There is a ward scouting him out. And the side of Neon are clutched together, trying to hold on at the moment. 12k net worth lead now for RSG. And as you can see, the last couple of fights have really gone their way. Close game up until this point. We're 40 minutes in. Quickening Charm. I didn't believe they actually stacked. Unless they've changed that back. I don't believe cooldown reduction stack. Blast Rig on play hard. Actually keep him alive against the Void for a little bit longer. Enru has the Ceremonial Robe, so a little bit less status resistance, but really the magic, increased magic damage in an AoE. Chen holding onto a Paladin Sword. Rarely do you see that one. The Chen holding the Paladin Sword. Neon, they're gonna have to pull a rabbit out of the hat this game if they want to win. This Slark has been countered so hard. I mean, they countered himself. He sort of picked into it, but as soon as the Ice Blast comes off on him, they commit so hard on the side of RSG. If that Ice Blast hits, it is just all damage, all guns go into Fortune Soul. Dante Garland, yes, I am casting the next series. T1 series, yes. Smoke comes out. 5 heroes heading out into their own jungle. On the high ground is Roger. He's waiting. He gets the fissure on 2. And the Echo Slam follow-up. BKB comes out, but the ultimate will hit on the Slark. He has no way to heal. Quill on the backline. Rolling Thunder coming through. They don't quite get the catch, but the Rolling Thunder comes out onto Chen. And Roger from the high ground just ready with the fissure. Catches 2. They don't have buybacks. X1. He's not mucking around. Straight up they go. And what do they have left available? No Quill. No hookshot for 25. And on the side of RSG, they still have a Chronosphere. Rolling Thunder in 16. And there'll be an Ice Blast ready as well in 3. So Chrono plus Ice Blast combo is available. DD in the top room, but no one's going to be going there anytime soon. Bottom lane is under threat. Tier 3 tower, it's getting hit down. MKS has the completed Mjolnir plus the Butterfly now. Quill comes out, but not really what for. Lift, they want to try and get the damage coming in. Next one queuing up, will end up using it. They catch Roger in the trees, but play hard. He's going to get sniped out and he'll be dead. The Ice Blast doing the work. X1 swashbuckles over the cliff. And Roger TPing out might just signal the end of their aggression, although he did need a little bit of mana. Exilern will leave as well. Bonbon will farm up on the way out with this Ice Vortex Shard. And still thinking about getting the Hex. He's pretty close. He's only 800 gold away from the Hex on this AA. That's pretty deadly. Hex on AA. There it is. It's complete. X1, Yule's now as well for the additional lockdown, but wants to get straight into the Wind Waker to have that additional survivability and save for his Faceless Void. I mean, at the moment, if Faceless Void gets caught, they can lose the fight. No level 25 yet backtrack, so he's very still killable on MKS, and there's no direct save. No Shadow Demon, no Oracle, no Dazzle. Nothing that will directly save him. He's going to scout out this DD. Oh, it just expires. It'll be the haste rune on the bottom. Exilone will grab it. Spell Prism on the bat. Paladin Sword on Faceless Void. It's 4-man smoke. Angle was the only one who missed. And they want to try and get a catch here. Lincoln's is ready on Enru. Being popped on him, and the blink immediately away from that high ground, knowing that it popped, that someone was waiting up there. Smoke is waiting. Jumping into the base, actually. MKS, he's waiting. He's in here. He's going to come home. Puck, he doesn't really know there's someone in. Now he will. And they get the initiation. There's the Ion Disc. Will be prop. Hex over onto the Clockwork on the back line, but the Faceless Void, the Doom is there. He will get force-staffed away, but the Coil's stunned, and he dies for 95 seconds. The force-staff breaks it. Rolling Thunder. They're coming through. They want to try and turn around. And Echo is available. He has the mana if he wants to use it. He's waiting for the BKB to expire. There it is. He goes in, catches the Echo on Slark. They have to try and get this Slark kill. He will die under the effect of the Frostbite. Turning around onto Puck. They're still trying to fight as a 4-man unit, and they're doing it successfully. Puck goes back in. Will blink up onto the high ground with the strength blink. Buyback from Slark. I'm not sure he wants to get too frisky here. The chase is on. Exilone. And TP will come out. Exilone has got the level 25 talent now. Flamebaker prize 2 sticky napalm charges. I mean, along with this, there's going to be lots of sticky napalm on everyone. 50 sticky napalm radius. I mean, they're just going to be spitting stickies everywhere.
Precious bounty.
So, you saw a fight there where Faceless Void died. I mean, RSG, they still took the fight. They managed to get the trade kills, but it certainly wasn't a win. They didn't end up pushing any further. Roche has respawned. It's an Agnum's Blessing ready. Oh, Roger. He'd love that one. Level 20 now. 320 fissure range. Sending through the Ice Blast. Will connect onto Play Hard. They're pinging out to see if there's vision, but there's no vision around the area. It's just it was a blind one to see if make him a little bit paranoid. Roger's up again on this high ground. He is a ward. He has the gem. The Force Staffs. There's like multiple Force Staffs. Oh, here it is. Wind Waker. This is the save they needed last fight. If X1 is around, he can save the Faceless Void with the Wind Waker, even if he gets you know, chain stunned with that coil. And for the time being, the game slows down a bit. 30k net worth lead onto RSG. The XP's there as well. They are well ahead. In terms of buybacks, it's just the 3 heroes at the moment. The Clock, the Chen, and the Bat Rider, but mainly just because of gold. Not so much because of cooldowns. So, teams are buying out items. MKS wants to get the Nullifier. He's had enough. He's had enough of this Aeon Disc. He wants the Nullifier. He wants to be able to make sure he can get the kill. And the solo Ninja Gear Smoke leading the way. We'll chuck the Mjolnir Stake Charge and the Lincoln Sphere block on X1. This man is super buffed up right now. He's feeling pretty good about himself. Those will both wear off, and he'll have to go back to looking ordinary at the moment. Puck will scout it out with the orb. MKS jumping out. If they can get lots of ice vortexes on the deck here from RSG, they'll find it very hard to fight into from Neon. It's very obnoxious. Actually, he's got the 20. Yeah, the 5% resistance increase. It's very, very good if you can get them down on the deck. They're smoked up. They're coming in. There is a Lincoln, so they'll go for the Chen instead. Chrono on top of the Void. They're trying to follow up with the damage. The stuns are kill coming out. The BKB is committed, and the Doom goes down. There is double buyback if they want to take this fight, and they do take it. Hook connecting up on the top side. But MKS, he's onto a clockwork. Play hard, has buyback. He's going to commit 3 buybacks so far from Neon. They are all in on this fight. Fortune Soul, he's trying to fight, but the AA Blast comes out. He's got to run. He can't hang around. Even with that AA Blast, he's going to be ticking down. We'll have to wait to heal up. And Chrono is used, but 3 buybacks, and they want to immediately smoke up. 3 buybacks used. Smoke is coming out. They can't give up this Roche. 35k lead to RSG. Exelearn did pop the refresher there. They have so much item advantage. RSG. Aeon Des even on the AA, so he's not getting bursted. Roll coming out, catches onto the puck. They want to try and follow up. The Ice Blast is there. It will miss. Damage. Oh, the puck is still getting controlled. Doom, AoE is coming out. Puck does manage to actually blink away to the side. Avatar Modi will survive. Forced up, but it's 3-man. The Self-Doom, the Stomp on top. Can they try and get the damage onto this Faceless Void? He's trying to run away. Roger doesn't have an Echo to protect, but now MKS, he turns around. The Doom expires, and so does the life of Neon in the upper bracket with all the buybacks used. Pushing down mid lane. They do have a glyph. Maybe I've called it prematurity. The GGs have not yet come out. Roche is being taken. Puck is the sole defender at the moment. Slark is dead for 101 seconds. He won't have buyback for 3 minutes. And it's an Aegis plus Aghanim Scepter upgrade on MKS. Cheese over onto the Pangolier. And this is hard to defend against now. With no Slark, the push will come. Doom and Slark won't be available. It'll just be the Chen. In fact, they're sending it. Oh, Roger. I think if he went for it, he probably gets the kill. But we'll just hold on to that Echo Slam level 20. Slark. Puck, just trying to delay. We'll immediately get rid of that coil. XM will use the roll, just making space, gets the follow-up stun. There it is. They've got the damage with the lasso. But the Aeon Disc will proc. Nullifier wasn't actually switched in. BKB from Exelearn. He's going deep. Lincoln's is used on the Chen. And they get back in for the racks. 46 seconds on Slark. Doom will respawn with Doom. BKB. War Stomp, all the goodies. But it's an Aegis for 4 minutes. He swapped in the Nullifier instead of the boots now. He knows he needs to have it ready. There are more Nullifiers.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Actually, not yet. Not available at the moment, but still probably more value over the boots. On the back line, they do get the hook in. AoE Doom. Roger does force up down, but it's the Chrono on the back line catching puck. Chrono is used. Ultimate does come through, clipping onto Enru. And the Doom is there. Wind Waker onto the Void. Just trying to save him up from that damage, but he's going to turn around. MKS, he doesn't fear anymore. The Echo hit the follow-up stun along the fissure, as well as on the single target. It's Puck against the world once again. He's hexed up. He's stunned. And he is dead. Buyback comes out. Him and Slark, they're going to try and do something here. AA does go down in the backlines. Fortune Soul does have to be careful. The Rax is falling. It will be the Megas. I think Puck actually brought back to the orb. That's how he got back onto the fight so quickly.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And onto the tier 4s they go. No assistance for 23 seconds. Chen and Clockwork will both spawn. They've scouted out Avatar Mod. They nose off to the side. He's just playing with them. He's trying to distract them, which is working. He's trying to buy some time. The tier 4s, one falls, the second. It's now under siege. Fortune Soul, he's level 25 with the Essence Duration. He needs to get in there. The Coil committed on 2, but MKS, he doesn't really care. Disarm comes out onto the Slark. He's not getting any damage done. The BKB, Lincoln's is popped onto Exelearn, but there is the lasso. They're hitting into the Slark. He will go down. Chen has respawned. Doom in 5 seconds. The Aegis, it's still, the throne, it's still under threat. Jumping in, putting out the time dilation. MKS, it seems like they can't kill it. BKB again from Exelearn. Another lasso over onto Doom. He didn't even get the spells off. He will go down. Clockwork, play hard going in, and GG is called. Neon, they fight valiantly to the very, very last, but RSG will progress 2-0 with a 60k net worth lead into the next round of the upper bracket. Neon will slip down to the lower bracket and will have their second chance at continuing.